Landria back. So, one of the most popular books ever about business is Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, what did he teach in there that was so powerful? Well, people are spinning their wheels trying to earn money and trying to get up in the corporate ladder or even being self-employed, but he created a 4-quadrant formula that makes perfect sense. All that I teach in digitalexplorers.net is based on this very solid foundation that employees are the majority of people working for somebody else who owns the brand or asset. And well, we know what happens there. And hopefully you look forward to retirement. That's not really happening very frequently nowadays. The second one is self-employment. That might seem pretty cool, right? I have freedom, I work for myself, but you're still just working hard for money. Self-employment can be even worse because you're having to manage every aspect of earning money. You could be a plumber, you could do landscaping, you could be any number of things and still be considered self-employed. Now, the next step is business owner. That's different than self-employed. A business owner creates an asset. That's where we start in Digital Explorers. As a former investment banker, I cannot emphasize this enough to my students why what we do is so powerful and different. We're creating assets. We're creating real businesses with you, not based on somebody else's idea, but what you create based on what you love and creating real assets. In other words, whatever it is, products, services, coaching, it doesn't matter. We start with what you really love and we create the multiple income streams and we have a real strategy, a real structure behind it. We have a positive impact on the planet. We have a strong marketing message. And we have something that we build and own that can operate with very little effort at some point. Now there's upfront work that has to be done. But if you're doing what you love and it's yours and you're creating it based on your passion, your purpose, your positive impact, it's going to be a totally different ballgame than just being self-employed and feeling like a one-trick pony. Multiple income streams, one of the key assets that we create in the training. The fourth one is investor. That's when you take your money and you invest in other things to give you return. It could be real estate, it could be any number of things, creating more assets. But the two sectors over here, business and investor, is building something of value that can grow and generate income that helps you to work less. And you could put a lot of time in or you could very little, but what I teach is all based online. That means we automate things. We don't have overhead or management of a physical location. Now you could have one, but you should still be using online techniques to grow that business, to get your marketing message out there, because you can reach the globe online. So if you're not going after the business or the investments, and chances are pretty good you're going to have to generate income in the business to get the investments if you're not there already, at some point you're going to look at what you're doing here and asking, how long can you keep that up? And is that something you can grow? When we come over here, we create things that we could actually sell at some point, a real intellectual property. Former private equity investment banker, I always say, do you own it? It's an asset that you can grow. Even if you weren't making millions of dollars, it's going to be of value to somebody if you do it the right way. What route looks good to you? Because the effort is actually less over here with the business and investments. You get to customize that. And over here, what happens if you get injured and you're self-employed? I've met so many people in that position. So if you're interested, I suggest you come on over. I have a free webinar and videos that talks about exactly how this works. And it's unlike anything else because you're probably thinking, well, online businesses require skills and knowledge of technology and all this other stuff. No, I eliminated all of that. And that's one of the reasons most people with the online business up here quit. It's complicated. It's foreign to them. You know, it's really actually fairly new, relatively speaking. So it can be a little bit frightening. I looked at the quit rate, the fail rate, mostly because people quit, and I realized, what can we eliminate that will help people to be successful? Now, you still have to do the work. I can't make your success, but I can give you a pathway that will eliminate those components that are going to make it painful or something you just don't even want to do. You don't even love it. I removed all the technology. You don't learn any of it. You can be knowledgeable of it, but you don't have to learn that. I give you the skills. I give you a strategy. I give you a pathway, and we focus mostly on your creative side and what you love. That's mostly everything that we create, because that's got to be you. That's going to be your signature business, is something you're really into. You want to get up every morning and get excited about going to that business or running that business, right? You wouldn't buy a donut shop if you've never made donuts just because they're popular. That's insane. But people do that all the time. They get online doing stuff they don't care about, and then they have to do all the things they don't love, and they quit. Well, you should love what you're doing. We're doing things completely different now, but the principles are the same. Business and investor, building an asset. That's going to guarantee your future much sooner than if you're chasing stocks or Bitcoin or anything out there that isn't really stable right now. I'm offering a free webinar if you haven't already seen it, and those of you who are already in my email list, maybe it's time to have a discussion. We can talk about what we can build with you. And I'm talking about a very short period of time. Next year, you could be looking back, wondering what would have happened, or you can be looking back and saying, wow, I've already established myself, generating online income, and maybe even quit that job that you don't love so much. The principles in business are always the same, but the difference is we're going into a world where we're actually choosing to love our lives. Coming home and being healthier and happier, our families, our friends will benefit, your health is going to benefit, and the world will when you make positive choices. I hope to see you in that digital explorer world. I'll talk to you soon.